Hey, it's the Empire. Geo Boxing Empire. Backwards more boxing. Now, the latest news on Twitter is that Chris Eubank called out Tony Bellew after the David Haye fight, basically saying you beat a one-legged David Haye, and he called him out as super middleweight. And I think this is a big deal, man. You know, people think this is the game, but I think Chris Eubank would definitely take that fight. You know, people forget Tony Bellew was getting beat at light heavyweight by more than just Adonis Stevenson. He got beat by Nathan Cleverly as well. So, you know, Tony Bellew went up 2 weight classes and fought for the heavyweight, heavyweight, a Hall of Fame, possibly Hall of Fame heavyweight, and David Haye, and won. So, I mean, what's that? What? Chris Eubank just had a fight at 168. What's 2 weight classes above that? A cruiserweight? So, I mean, I'm just saying it's possible for Chris Eubank to fight Tony Bellew. People say, like, oh, you know, he's not going to fight that guy. He's too big, da-da-da-da-da. But I think it's a possible fight. And I think it might do bigger numbers than the David Haye fight. Because, I mean, Chris Eubank would, I mean, who knows? I mean, I would love to see the betting odds in that fight. Man, I would love to see betting odds in that fight. But I would love to see that fight, man. I mean, do you guys think this is a game? Do you guys think he was just playing, or you think he was serious? Because I started taking it seriously, you know. Chris Eubank was one of the only fighters at 160 who went up in weight and fought bigger, stronger opposition, you know. Billy Joe Saunders never went past 160 in his career. Triple G has never went past 160 in his career. You know, Curtis Stevens never went past 160 in his career. So has David Lemieux never went past 160, or Peter Quillen. None of those guys had ever went past 160s, and most of those guys I named were world champions. I think all of them I named were world champions at one point. So I'm talking about world opposition level haven't even did what Chris Eubank is doing, a contender. You know, so I think Chris Eubank is making big moves, man. I think he's making his legacy his way. You know, sometimes you don't need a belt, but if you start skipping weight classes and going up weight classes, beating bigger guys for fucking fun, you know, it's sort of a statement in my opinion. You know, and I think Chris Eubank is up for the challenge. He already has lost. He has nothing to lose, really. You know, same thing with Tony Bellew. He really has nothing to lose but to make more money. I'm not too sure how many more people he can beat at cruiserweight or heavyweight, but it would be a big fight, man. I mean, I think this is good for boxing, man. I don't know why, but when these smaller fighters skip up to higher weight classes, they always do better when everyone thinks. Everyone gives these smaller guys no chances. And then they go up and weight, and then they pull some shit out their ass. You know, that's what Tony Bellew did when he fought David Haye, and when he went up to cruiserweight. You know, people think these small fighters are nothing, but then they go up and weight, and it's like, oh shit. It's like, oh my God. You know, it's shocking. It's shocking, you know? So don't be surprised if it happens again, man. You know, Chris Eubank may pull that off again. You know, just like Tony Bellew did. So, man, all in all, man, this is good for boxing. I don't know why, but when when people start skipping weight classes and start fighting tough opposition, that is exciting. People want to cry and moan about it and say it's unfair and you shouldn't do that. You're going to get hurt. And those are the most exciting fights in boxing because you don't know what might happen. You don't know what might happen. So I'm really excited about this call out, man. Hopefully something happens. You know, I have my fingers crossed. I'm a hopeful. You know, we'll see. We'll see what happens. So let me know how you guys feel. Like, comment, subscribe. This is the Empire. Geo Boxing Empire. I'm out.